So this is my red monochromatic page, the first page of my series, Bits and Pieces Journals. So now we're going on to the next page, our blues. We're going to do monochromatic blues. Hi, I'm Allison Wells, and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, this is video number 2, showing you how I'm filling an entire art journal with bits and pieces of my leftover scraps, paper scraps. And what I'm doing is that I'm going to go through each page and fill it with these scraps. In the beginning, the first video, I showed how I sorted all my bag, my huge plastic bag of scraps. And when you saw the bag, it just looked like junk. It just looked like trash. And I was able to create this wonderful palette of all the different hues of the colors that I had in that bag. You would never think that we would get so many beautiful pieces of paper, from magazine paper to construction paper to my painted paper, stenciled paper, all of the above. So I'm having a lot of fun, and I'm creating these pages as backgrounds. And then when the book is full, we're going to go back in and play, and see what happens. So on this page is my monochromatic blue page. And like the red, I want to just let you know it's about having fun. It's not about trying to make something look like anything, trying to think of composition and creating some kind of known shape or whatever. It's abstract, but I'm not even trying to make abstract art. I am filling the page, simply filling the page with variations of blues. So that's the only stipulation, that on this spread, I want it to be monochrome blue, a variation of one color. Mono means one color. Monochrome, chrome is color. So with this one, so the only thing I would suggest when I'm doing this, right? So I'm not overthinking. I'm not trying to make it be anything or even think about composition, but I am thinking about value, light and dark, and where I'm placing the different values, as well as patterns. So as you can see, if I have a deeper value of blue and I have a sheet of it, a piece of it, I might rip it into 3 pieces and put one piece at the corner, one piece at the top, one piece at the... And it's about balance. So I'm balancing it off with value and also with variation of texture, visual texture from of the textured pieces. So we have all of these here. As I said, we had magazine paper. What I just put down there was tissue paper, and I love that because you can see that it's transparent and you can get some of the color or the shape or whatever you have underneath coming through. So that's always nice. All of my papers are pretty thin. If I got thicker ones like watercolor paper, oh, I just love that light blue that I put down there on the right. That was tissue paper as well. So you're seeing the colors come through. So yes, so when I'm filling a page like this, I'm thinking about value. I'm thinking about back and forth balancing the value. That's basically it, because other than that, I am filling the page. I want to cover all the white. Of course, for this whole book, it's really up to you. So as we go along, I might change my mind. I might have some of the white coming through and, or I might have white all around. But right now, I just want to fill it with these monochromatic blues and really see where it goes. Yesterday, when I did the reds, the interesting thing happened, and I didn't talk about it in the video because I really didn't even really notice until after. And I put a clip on it on my Instagram page. And I realized the left-hand side, these were the monochromatic red, the left-hand side of that spread, it looks like a woman in red. I call her the lady in red. She looks like she has a big, broad brim hat on, and you're seeing her from profile, and she looks like she's seated. She looks very elegant. I did not try to plan that or anything. It just kind of happened. So look back in the last video, which was the one before this one on this series, Bits and Pieces Journal, and you would see, and please let me know if you think that, because that is wild. And that's what I love about, exploring and working, especially working abstractly, because many times you feel like, oh, I'm working abstractly, and then you would see things in there. And that's what I love. And that's why I work in a very semi-abstract way because of that. I always start out very free, very loose, very abstract. And then I see things come through, whether I see a figure, whether I see a tree, a petal, a flower, a shell. I see something and I will pull it out depending on how it is in the piece. Oh, I love this part here because even though I'm just getting the colors, that one had nice texture and it was circular already. And I couldn't help it. I didn't want to rip it. I'm like, I'm using that circle. And already I have an idea, as when I put the circle down, it already looks like some sort of moon or planet or something in the sky. So when we come back to this piece after we finish the whole book, I think I can play with that a little bit in the whole concept of that circle. So I loved it right up there. Again, the circle works nicely because it contrasts with the colors behind it, the darker and the lighter on the other side. So it really feels wonderful the way that is played off. And my glue again, as I said for the last video, it's my acrylic medium. So acrylic medium, I put it on generously so it really holds the pieces and the pages down. And as I said before, the pages are thinner. My pages are always thinner. I don't like to use the heavy stuff because then I would have to use heavier glue. But if I had pieces, and I did have some pieces of watercolor that were painted on, I would peel some of the excess paper off from the back. You can peel it right off, or you can soak it a bit and then peel it. So you have a thinner version, just the painted version on top, which is nice. Because once that paper is too heavy, then you need a different glue, a heavier glue to put it down. But I just want to be able to paint down the glue stick and paint over it again. Always give it a layer underneath and on top. And that's it. I'm so happy.